My name is Miss Luva Heart, 108 years old, and today I want to take my time, because gratitude should never be rushed. Right now, I'm sitting in Jamaica, same yard, same breeze, same quiet morning. My phone rests beside me, small screen, soft light, for people, just for. Some people would laugh at that number, some people would scroll past. Some people would say it's too small to matter, but I've learned something in my long life. Nothing that comes from God is small. When I first heard about YouTube, I never understood it properly. Talking to people I can't see. Sharing stories I lived long time ago. I said to myself, who would listen to an old Jamaican woman like me? But still, I talk, because a story wants to be told, and when a story knocks on your spirit, you open the door. This morning, I woke before the sun. The rooster crowed half-hearted, the sky was still pale. I made my tea slow, very slow. I sat in my chair and looked out at my yard. The grass was still wet. The trees were still sleeping, and I said a prayer. Not loud, not fancy, just real. God, thank you. I paused, because sometimes even thank you feels heavy with meaning. Thank you for breath. Thank you for another morning. Thank you for memory still walking with me. Then I looked at the screen again. For subscribers. I smiled. I started thinking about my whole life. How nothing ever came to me fast. Nothing ever came big all at once. Everything came one by one child at a time, one hardship at a time, one blessing at a time. Why would this be different? When I was younger, I prayed for strength, not fame. I prayed for food, not applause. I prayed my children would survive. Not that people would know my name, and God answered those prayers. So who am I now to complain about the speed of a blessing? 4 people decided to listen. 4 people decided to stay. 4 people decided that my voice was worth a moment of their time. That is not nothing. That is 4 miracles. I remember times in my life when nobody listened to me at all. Times when I cried in silence. Times when I talked and nobody heard. So I know the value of being heard. Even by 4, I closed my eyes and thanked God again, not just for the number, but for the courage to speak. Because telling your story at 108 years old takes courage. It means facing memory, facing loss, facing joy. It means sitting still long enough to let the past speak. I think about the 4 people. I don't know their names. I don't know their faces. But I pray for them. I pray they find comfort. I pray they find peace. I pray they find rest when they listen. Because maybe they're listening not for entertainment, but for calm. Jamaica is quiet around me now. The breeze moves slow. The sun is starting to rise higher. I take another sip of my tea, and I smile again. At my age, I no longer chase numbers. I respect growth. Everything alive grows slow. A tree doesn't rush. A river doesn't hurry. People shouldn't either. God started me with 4. And I say thank you, because I trust the same God who carried me through hunger, through loss, through raising 9 children, will carry these stories to who needs them. I talk again to God. God, if 4 is all you want me to have today, I'm grateful. If tomorrow brings 5, I'm grateful. If it stays for a while, I'm still grateful because I've learned something important. Gratitude opens doors faster than impatience ever could. I sit back in my chair, I breathe deep. I listen to Jamaica around me. A bird singing, the wind whispering. Life continuing. At 108 years old, I'm still learning. Learning patience, learning trust. Learning that small beginnings often hold the biggest futures. My name is Miss Luva Heart, an old Jamaican woman, still here, still thankful. And today, I'm telling God thanks for my 4 subscribers.